Hello everyone, welcome to the 21st Century Academy. My name is Chetan Maurya, and in this video we'll read about this Geography and CIT book of 7th class, and the name of book is Our Environment, and this is first chapter. Name of chapter is Environment. Okay, and for this purpose, okay, we have been given in the starting part of the chapter given a story to understand this environment. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so after the long vacation, when Ravi started going to school again, he noticed that only playground next to his school was dug up. Okay, and people said that a huge building with many flats will be constructed there. Ravi was almost tears. Okay, when he realized that the big playground with its soft grass, marigold, and butterflies is gone for forever. Okay. He shared his feeling with his classmates in the assembly. The principal too sadly observed that see how our environment is changing. Okay. So in the class, Ravi asked his teacher, "What is environment?" Okay. So here the question begins. Okay. So whatever you see in your surroundings. So teacher replied, "So this is the environment." Okay. So whatever we see in our surrounding is the environment. Okay. So on this Ravi thought that that means the school building, tables, chairs in the classroom, even that open field and the road, garbage, my friends, all are the parts of our environment. Okay, so teacher said yes, but wait, some objects are created by nature. For example, mountain, rivers, trees, animals. Others are made by people. For example, road, cars, clothes, books. Okay, so this is a human-made environment. So there are two type of environment. So one is a natural, okay, and another one is human-made. Okay, so human made is made by human, and natural is by nature. Okay, so now teacher asked them to this work on to make the list of this natural and creation of nature and human being environment. Okay, so the, so the group members were Ravi, Pramjit, Jesse, Mustafa, Asha, and they all were excited to make the list. Okay, so why is our environment is changing? So asked Akbal again. This is the next question. Okay, so it is all because of our needs. So this was the reply. Okay, so they are increasing day by day. We therefore modify and at times even destroying our natural surroundings. Okay, so teacher replied or answered. Okay, so here what you have been given two questions. Okay, what is environment and what is changing? Okay, so that two questions were there. Okay, and let's read little bit more about this. Okay, so here you have been given this environment. Okay, little detail aspect. Okay, so why it is important, okay, essential of having this environment based advantages. Okay, so environment is our basic life support system. It provides air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. Okay, how do human beings modify this natural environment? So this is again a question. That's why. So for example, the car origin pollute the air, water is collected in a port, food is served in vessel, and the land is used to build factories. Okay, so this is how environment is changing. Okay, so if you are changing this any forest area, and by clearing this j- by burning this jungle, okay, so you are making this that land or converting that land into agricultural field. So this is how you are converting, okay, modifying, and you are making these roads on this natural environment. Okay, and this is how you also making changes in the environment. Okay, so you are building house structure or buildings, so this is also about changing the environment. Okay, right. And on this basis you can say that, yeah, our need is something that need is the only reason that makes environment to change or modify. Okay, so let's read more. Okay, so how do human beings modify this unnatural environment? The carbons pollute the air, water is collected in port, food is served in the vessel, and the land used to build factories. Okay, human beings make cars, mills, factories, and manufacture containers. So this is how human beings modify natural environment. Okay, so again you have been given here components of environment. Okay, so what are the components of environment? So there are three main components. Okay, natural, human made, and human. Okay, so natural component include air, water, land, and living things. Okay, so this is all about this atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. Okay, and again, the next one is a human-made component. Okay, so human-made component is what? This parks, buildings, a bridge, a road. Okay, industries, monuments. So all this created by human or human-made. Okay, and third one is human. Obviously, we. So we include this individual, family, community, religion, educational, economic, and political situations. And so this is the component of environment. Okay, so again, you have been given another topic. Okay, so the type of environment. Okay, so there are two types of environment. Okay, one is biotic, another one is abiotic. So biotic include the world of living organisms. So for example, plant, animals, and microorganisms, and we as human beings. So we can't deny ourselves as well. Okay, and talking about this biotic environment. So biotic environment is the world of non-living elements. Okay, like land, water, air. Okay, so this is forms of this abiotic environment. Okay, so from the above conversation you understand that the place, people, things, and nature that surrounds any living organisms is called environment. Okay, so it is a combination of natural and human-made phenomena, while the natural environment refer to both biotic and abiotic conditions. Okay, conditions existing on the earth. Okay, and human environment reveals the activities, creations, and interactions among human beings. Okay, and now moving ahead to, okay, we have been given here one fact about this environment, that is about the word. Okay, the word environment is came from this French. Okay, so environment is a French word, and that is taken from this or made from or derived from this environor. Okay, so environor meaning this neighborhood. Okay, means our surrounding. Okay, so now moving ahead, natural environment. Okay, so land, water, air, plants, animals comprise the natural environment. Okay, and you're familiar with the meaning of lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, from the previous classes. Yeah, if you would have watched the previous class, previous videos also, then you would know about this thing. Okay. Okay, now let's again read about this. Okay, lithosphere. So lithosphere is what? Lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top of layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks, minerals, and covered by a thin layer of soil. Okay, so it is an irregular surface with the various landforms such as mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys. So it is not even. Okay, it is uneven. Okay, so this is a kind of things there. Okay, so landforms are found over the continents and also on the ocean's floor. Okay, so if you think otherwise, that ocean floors are quite flat, so it is not the case. So there is also unevenness. Okay, so lithosphere is a domain that provides us forest, grasslands for grazing, land for agriculture, and human settlement. So it is also a source of mineral wealth. Okay, so here you have been given a very nice figure, or I can see this picture. Okay, so 1.2 figure. Okay, so domains of environment. So this you can see here: atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, and there is a combined zone of this biosphere. Or okay, so where environment, this lithosphere, hydrosphere, and this atmosphere all interact. Okay, so this is the zone. So that is a part of this biosphere. Okay, so the domain of water is referred to as the hydrosphere. Okay, so it comprises of various sources of water, and different types of water bodies like river, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. It is essential for all living organisms. Okay, the atmosphere is the thin layer of air that surrounds the Earth. The gravitational force of the Earth holds the atmosphere around it. It protects us from the harmful rays, so for example, UV, ultraviolet radiation, okay, and scorching heat of the sun. And it consists of number of gases, for example, carbon dioxide, oxygen, argon, neon. Okay, so many gases are there. Okay, and dust particle. Okay, so and beside that, water vapor. Okay, water content in the atmosphere. Okay, so and the changes in the atmosphere produces changes in the weather and the climate, and this is the reason why this nowadays, you can see this weather is changing. Okay, so now again you have been given this plant and animal kingdom, so together make biosphere or living world. So it is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, and air interact with each other to support life system. Okay, life supporting system, you can say. Okay, and here you have been given again a fact about this environment. So what is environment? So It is a system found by the interaction of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live, and all linked by transfer of energy and material. So this is about this ecosystem. So environment ecosystem is what of all the living organisms, okay, and their interaction, okay. So be it physical or chemical. So yeah, thereby transfer of this energy and material, okay. So yeah, here you have been given again in a story way to make you understand, okay. So at an NCC camp that Ravi's class was attending, just to explain what have we done for? So it reminds me of my home in Kerala. You should come and see how it pours and pours and pours, even the lush green fields and coconut plantations. Okay, so on this behalf, this Hira from the Jaisalmer exclaim, okay, uh, we get no rains, okay. We see only kikar, okay. So kikar, I guess you all have seen kikar kind of tree, okay, and sand as far as the eyes can see, okay. But you also find camels, Ravi replied, okay, or said. Hira says, no, not just camels. If you visit our desert, you will see snakes, lizard, and many insects too, okay. So this is not only camels, or you can say this desert. So you'll see so many more things associating with desert environment, okay. So Ravi wonder, why do the animals and vegetations and the way people live vary from place to place? Okay, are they all related to each other? Oh yes, very much. So teacher replied, okay, okay. Now you have been given here again one fact about this environment. So on every 5th June every year we celebrate as World Environment Day. Okay, so this is a quite remembering or quite factual questions that are asked numerous times, or maybe asked in again near future. Okay, so you should remember. Okay, so now you have been given this barter system. So barter system is about what, exchanging the commodity based uh, commodity, okay. So it is a trade in which good are exchanged without the use of money. Okay, so yeah, it is a quite simple definition, but you can understand it. So for example, if someone needs a potato and another person having this onion, so if a person needs onion, so he would have to share, will have to give this person whosoever have this onion in order to take this onion. Yeah, so it is based on this, okay, exchanging or sharing of community, this commodity. So all plants, animals, human beings depend on their immediate and surroundings. So often they are also interdependent on each other. This relation between the living organism as well as relation between the organism and their surrounding form an ecosystem. Okay, so here you have been given this clear-cut definition. Okay, there could be an ecosystem of large rainforest, grassland, desert, mountain, lake, river, and even a small pond. Okay, and now moving ahead, okay. So this is about human environment. So human being interact with the environment and modify it according to their needs. Early human adapted themselves to the natural surroundings, so they led a simple life and fulfilled their requirements from the nature around them. For example, they used to take this dependent on this kind of fruits, nuts, and kind of things which were required for living life. Okay, they used to live in caves. Okay, in the mountainous areas. Okay, and they were doing some kind of activities, okay. And with the time pass, I grew and become more worried. Human learned new ways to use and change the environment. They learned to grow crops, domesticate animals, lead a settled life. The wheel was invented, surplus food was produced, okay, and the barter system emerged. Trade started and commerce developed. Industrial revolution enabled large scale production. Transportation became faster. Information revolution made communication easier and speedy across the world. Okay, so this is about how human civilization has progressed or made changes in the environment. changes in what changes in natural environment to make human-made environments. Okay, so if you now see around you, so it is all about a human-made environment, because if you have to see this natural environment, so you would see it only in mountainous region or in a hilly region or this desert region. So otherwise, if you are living in city or town area, so it is human-made environment. Okay, so now you have been given here. Have you ever thought why you love eating a juicy watermelon in summer and hot roasted peanuts in winter? Okay, a perfect balance is necessary between the natural and human environment. So human must learn to live and use their environment in a harmonious way, or you can say friendly way. Okay, so it is about extracting our needs from the environment. So here again you have been given the story. Okay, so in the story, Nuri, a girl from Mizoram. Okay, so Mizoram is a part of Seven Sister States. Okay, from Ravi's class, often talks about the lush green surrounding of her place. Seeing Ravi upset at uh, having lost his playground, so Nuri invited him to visit her home state during coming vacation. So Ravi's teacher asked the student to draw the landscape, houses, and activities of the people and the places they visit during the holidays. Okay, so thereby teacher were making them to understand that how their environment is there, or how it is differing from one region or one area to another. Okay, and what are the changes are there in. Okay, now you have been given this exercise. Okay, so on the question one is an ecosystem, second one is meaning of this natural environment, third one is major component of environment, fourth one is example of human-made environment, fifth one is lithosphere, and sixth one is major components of biotic environment, and again seventh one is this what is biosphere. Okay, so now take my question. So what is not, which is not a natural ecosystem? Okay, now you have been given this option, which is not a component of a human environment. Okay, which is a human-made environment. Okay, so yeah, so if you have gone through all this chapter, okay, then I guess you will be able to answer, and hopefully with this chapter is end. And if you have any query, you can let me know in the comment box. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.